Hi there, I'm Robert Rask. I'm a luthier. I build guitars. I want to talk to you about something really serious tonight. It's something that I feel like I need to say. There's a lot of crazy things happening in the world right now. There's a lot of anxiety and fear and suffering and pain. And there's also a lot of good in the world right now. But we've got a pandemic that's happening right now. And it's actually one that's probably more dangerous than the virus. And that's suicide. I never thought I would be in a place where I'm doing a video like this, but I feel compelled to do it and to share my story because 15 years ago I was actually there. This is a little uncomfortable for me because it's a very personal thing, but I feel like I have to share this, and I hope that my words will resonate with somebody out there and maybe just bring enough hope and light to keep it going for a little bit, hold on a little longer, I guess. So anyway, making the long story short, my world was turned upside down 16 years ago. And I kind of lost everything that I had. And in the process, I really lost myself. I really became not a good person. I found myself in a very dark, angry place. I was very, very filled with pain and rage and hatred and anger. I got to the point where I was done. I didn't want to do it anymore. I didn't want to feel it. I didn't want to feel it anymore. I couldn't imagine going on another minute feeling what I was feeling. I got to the point where I was ready to pull the trigger, literally. There were actually two times where I actually was ready to go. I'm grateful that I didn't, because I cannot tell you how much I would have missed out on. I'm 15 years down the road from that moment. And my life is so fulfilling and wonderful. It's not perfect. There's still frustrating days. There's still, things that suck flat out. But I am happier than I've ever been in my entire life, and I feel more fulfilled than I've ever felt in my entire life. And that would not be possible had I gone through with it that one night. Now, I know what it feels like. I know what that despair feels like, that hopelessness, that sheer pain that you just want to be done. I get it. I've been there. But I'm also here to tell you that there is hope, there is light, there is joy that's beyond this moment. If that makes any sense to you at all, there's hope. Now, there were a lot of things that happened. It didn't all happen overnight. It wasn't one miraculous thing that happened that just, changed it all, okay? There were several things, but I have to give credit where credit is due. I believe in a higher being, a higher power, and I felt the light of that higher power. There were miracles. Now, I'm going to back up and just quickly say that it started with music, right? I started playing guitar, and I found a little bit of healing through writing songs. I wasn't a musician, but I started putting chords together and writing songs. That was cool. That helped. One particular night I wrote a song. It was the only time I ever experienced writing through inspiration. Every time I wrote something, it was always forcing words from me onto paper. But one night I actually wrote a song where it felt like it came from somewhere outside of me, and it flowed like water. And I wrote the whole song in 15 minutes. It was called Heal Me. And it was when I got back done with it all, and I played the song through, it was actually a prayer, and I was pleading with God to heal me. And the key to the solution was in one line of that song, and it was, help me to learn how to forgive. And when I played the song back and I heard that line, help me to learn how to forgive, I knew that was kind of the key to getting out of that really dark place that I was. So anyway, without getting into all the details of that, I feel like there were miracles to help me to learn how to forgive. And part of that was forgiving myself as well. And through a series of a lot of little things that happened and taking steps, and I would say number one was actually turning toward my Creator. And it started basic, because at the point I was mad at God. I for a moment I questioned whether He even existed, and I'd always pretty much had faith in God. But for a moment I even had, so I started with the basics. God, are you even there? That answer came pretty quickly. Pictures in my mind immediately kind of started coming. And they were of the smallest molecule, the complexity of that, all the way to the vastness of the universe, and how complex everything is, and how perfect and organized things are, and how everything works as a system and in order, and that can't be just an accident. So that was like the first thing. It's like, yeah, I'm here. And then I saw the beauty of the mountains and the sunsets, and went, this wasn't an accident. So that came pretty quickly. And then it was like turning to God and being like, all right, I know you're there, but now I want to know who you are for who you are. Not for who I was told to believe in, not for who my religion said I should believe in, or my parents taught me who God was, or my projections of who I think you are based on my experience. I want to know who you are for who you are. And that's when things started to kind of open up. And again, nothing ever came in one big, there were leaps along the way. There were miracles that happened that kind of moved me along in leaps instead of steps, if that makes any sense. But I quickly came to the knowledge that there was a higher purpose. And if there is, who am I to you? Do I matter? Because I'm feeling pretty insignificant right about now. And, little things started to change that. And the darkness began to dissipate and yield to the light. And it was really an amazing experience. And I think that one of the most powerful things that I've discovered in recent years is the power of gratitude. Whether you believe in a God or not, the power of gratitude is probably one of the biggest things that can rewire and change and bring light into your life. And so being thankful for the basic thing, whatever you can find to be grateful for, the more you express your gratitude, the more things you're going to have to be grateful for. You're going to start seeing more things to be grateful for. And just gratitude is the most powerful thing. Now, okay, all of that I'm sharing with you. I want to tell you about where I'm at now. Now, 15 years after that moment where I almost took my life. I'm sitting right now, it's late at night. I think it's probably close to midnight right now. I'm in my shop where I build guitars. And it is such an amazing thing for me. I get to build these incredible instruments. It's co-creation for me. I get to take these incredible materials that were already made and hidden in trees all over the world, and I get to make something new with them. And then the most incredible part is when I then hand this off to a musician who then gets to use it to create something far more impactful than anything I've done, which is that they get to create the power of music. And music has the ability to lift and inspire and heal and literally save lives like it did mine. And I get to do this every day. I'm working with amazing people. I'm making these deep connections. We're connecting over these amazing pieces of music, and I can't even tell you how fulfilled I am and how happy. Words don't describe it. I mean, literally, if I got hit by a truck tonight on my way home, I would feel like I lived. I've really lived. I'm not done, don't get me wrong. I want to be here as long as possible, and I want to keep doing what I'm doing, and I want to keep inspiring others, and I want to bring light and joy into people's lives, and I want to do it through music and these instruments that I build and the connections that I'm making. And my life is incredible, and there wouldn't be any of this if I had acted on that one moment, if I had made that one choice 15 years ago. So, with all that being said, I want you to know that you matter, that you are worth it, that you are loved, whether you feel it right now or not. If you can just hang on to my words for a minute, please do that, and then reach out to the Creator. Start that journey of bringing light into your life. Look for gratitude in your life. Really practice that, and I promise you that there is something better than this moment. That you can. I don't know what your life holds. I don't know what brought you here, but I do know what your pain is. I know how that feels. I was there. And I also know that for as painful as that is right now, there is a joy that's waiting for you that's yet to be seen. And it's there. And it might take 15 years like it did with me. It might take longer than that. Or it might come next week. I don't know. It's not for me to say. But I know what's on the other side. I know what you feel because I've been there, and I know what's on the other side because I'm here. And I'm happy. And you can too. You can be happy. You can be fulfilled. But it takes work. It hasn't been easy. I've worked my butt off. I've worked with life coaches, counselors, whatever you want to call it. And I've done hard work to get to where I'm at. But it's worth it. And now I wouldn't trade it for anything. And I'd go through all that pain again in a heartbeat if it meant having a fraction of what I have today. That's how powerful this is. There's hope. There really is hope. I hope you can feel it from my words. I hope you feel my sincerity. You are loved. You are worth it. Don't give up. Turn to music that's uplifting, that will bring joy and happiness into your life. That's a very powerful tool. Look for ways to express gratitude in your life as much as you can. And you will start seeing a transformation. And you will start seeing some healing. Get help if you need help. You need help. I needed help. I couldn't do it on my own. Get help. But it's worth it. I promise you it's worth it. I'm here experiencing it right now. And I'm grateful. I hope these words help in some small way, just know that you're loved.